Hey guys, in this video I'm revealing my top 5 stocks to buy in August. July was a choppy month of trading, but overall the indices were up 1.5% for the month. I've done a ton of research and these 5 stocks really stood out to me in terms of technical analysis, the company's valuation, and the overall sector they're in right now. I have a lot more stocks in my bullpen, but this is my condensed new list so you guys can add more winners considering the current market environment. All I ask is that you give this video an early like or later if you learn anything, and you can also get all my trades, portfolio access, and option plays in the private group below by scheduling a free call with my team to learn more. Let's jump into it. The first stock is Chargepoint. Chargepoint has more than 112,000 charging points in North America and in Europe. In the latest quarter, Chargepoint generated revenue of $40.5 million. This is an interesting stock right now because of the EV growth trend. Electric vehicle charging is a competitive business. The company expects revenue between $195 million to $205 million for its fiscal year ending January 31st, 2022. At its midpoint, the guidance implies 37% growth over the last year. I was comparing Chargepoint and its competitor Blink, and it scored better in its price to sales ratio, which you know I like to look at for fast growing companies as a way to value a stock. As you can see from the chart, Chargepoint's price to sales ratio going forward 1 year is under 25, while its competitor is more than double. Chargepoint has a market cap of $7.5 billion. If the company continues to deliver, I can see it being a $10 billion company, which would imply a 33% upside from here later in 2021. The next stock on my list of buys in August is AMD. Shares of Advanced Micro Devices have soared over the last 5 years. The chip maker has been running circles around Intel, but AMD's revenue growth kicked up another notch a year ago, just before Sony and Microsoft launched new gaming consoles which are powered by custom chips from AMD. Check out this revenue trend chart. This chart is beautiful to look at and showcases AMD's prowess. In the second quarter, revenue soared 99% year over year. I don't know why it wasn't 100%, with earnings per share coming in at 58 cents, up 346%. AMD's segment that includes semi-custom chips used in game consoles posted a massive 183% jump in revenue growth year over year. The company credited strong demand for its EPYC server processors and increasing demand for game consoles. The PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series has been in short supply since launching last fall and have only sold a small fraction of the total installed base of the previous generation PS4 and Xbox One. The upgrade cycle in the console market is a major catalyst for AMD in the near term, especially with the holidays right around the corner coming in December, which is just over 4 months from now. That's why AMD is an interesting play right now. Also, AMD continues to see strong demand for its Radeon Instinct data center graphics processors. AMD also ramped production of Ryzen Embedded Central Processing Units or CPUs and Radeon RDNA 2 graphics processing units GPUs, which are being used in Tesla's in-dash infotainment system for the latest Model S and the Model X vehicles. With all the uncertainty around the economic recovery and, COVID, not many companies are confident enough to issue specific full-year guidance, but AMD sees a clear path to more growth. It's raised its 2021 outlook for revenue to grow approximately 60% year over year. The stock jumped after the Q2 earnings report, but one analyst sees the potential for the stock to reach $150 per share, which is nearly 50% above the current share price. AMD stock is up 17% in the past 5 trading days. I was researching for this video last Monday, which is insane to think about. I still think we have upside in 2021 despite the big run up. The next stock is Apple. Apple had a crazy blowout quarter of earnings. Apple started to see a lift in sales a year ago after the pandemic sent everyone scrambling for new computers and tablets in order to remain productive at home. That momentum stayed with the company after the successful launch of the iPhone 12 in the fall and continued through the fiscal quarter in June. Apple reported a record for the quarter ended in June of $81 billion in revenue, up 36% year over year. And this is Apple we're talking about, so that growth is insane for a large cap stock. Earnings per share came in at $1.30, beating analyst estimates by 30%. We are only in the early innings of 5G, but already its incredible performance and speed have made a significant impact on how people can get the most out of our technology. That was said by CEO Tim Cook. The next iPhone launch will most likely see very high demand. Reports surfaced recently that Apple had bumped up production orders by 20% for the iPhone 13. While the chip shortage is expected to dampen near-term sales growth, management said during the recent earnings call that revenue should be up double-digit rates again in the quarter containing September, although it will be lower than fiscal Q3. Most importantly, another strong iPhone launch would be a huge game changer for Apple's growing service business. Apple now has 700 million paid subscriptions on its platform, nearly 4 times the level it had in 2017. For the 9-month period ending in June, Apple finished with $50 billion in service revenues, up 28% year over year. Apple is an iconic consumer brand with a highly satisfied installed base of users. I believe Apple is a $200 stock, and in the long term, I think it will be the first to reach a $5 trillion market valuation and be a $300 per share stock. The next stock is Tesla. It's up over 8% in the past 5 trading days. Tesla's second quarter report comes after the company previously announced it produced more than 206,000 vehicles in the 3 months ended June 30. That's more than twice the 82,272 vehicles the company manufactured in 2020's second quarter. Earnings per share shot up 230% to $1.45, topping FactSet's forecast for 94 cents as revenue nearly doubled to $11.96 billion, above the estimates of $11.53 billion. The company said it expects Model S production will continue to increase throughout the rest of the year, and I honestly only see upside for Tesla in August. Of course, we do still have the chip shortage issue, but I believe Elon will navigate this situation. Tesla's market cap is $700 billion. I believe in the next 12 months or less, we will see Tesla rise by 50% and cross the 1 trillion mark. Last stock I have is Nvidia. Nvidia is one of the world's most talked about chip makers, and the stock has recently had a 4-to-1 stock split. It's the market leader in gaming GPUs. Its top tier GPUs process AI tasks for data centers and driverless cars, and its ARM-based CPUs powering game consoles, set-top boxes, and servers. I mean, is there anything that this company doesn't do? Earlier this year, Nvidia took proactive steps to avoid another bubble by having the hash rate or mining efficiency for Ethereum in its new RTX gaming GPUs. It's also announced it would launch dedicated CMP or crypto mining processor products for miners. Bitcoin has recently hit a bottom, and I believe many miners and crypto investors have seized the opportunity by increasing their Bitcoin mining, which is very good business for Nvidia as they sell these GPUs. The CEO has been on top of his game for some time, and I have followed Nvidia since 2016. I believe this stock still has 30% upside in the next 12 months. I made a video on Nvidia's stock split and a credit call spread play, which has been right on the money, and you can check it out in the description below. Also, people will always ask me, Henry, how can I become involved in option trading? If you do want to learn how to produce consistent weekly income and create cash flows safely without taking a lot of risk or waiting impatiently for a single stock to grow, then definitely check out the link in the description to the brand new Option Income Academy, where I go over my option calls, picks, and plays in real time, breaking down my full thought process. You will also get very hands-on access to me and my team of 6- and 7-figure coaches. Click the application link below to see if you qualify for some free training. And as always, guys, be aggressive in learning, but be safe investing. No one ever sees me.